things we pay attention to shape the way we see the world, and even who we become. Ryan, a young farmer, arrived in a big city for the first time in his life. The moment he stepped off the bus, he felt how different this place was. Tall buildings, constant noise, and people rushing somewhere without even noticing each other. He stopped for a moment and looked around. Everything felt different here, loud and full of hurry. Ryan took a deep breath to adjust to this new rhythm. He continued walking, trying to get used to the place. There was noise everywhere. The sound of cars and people's voices mixed into one steady flow. But suddenly, in the middle of all that noise, Ryan stopped. He heard something very quiet, a sound that was almost impossible to notice in such a busy city. He could not understand what it was right away, but it felt familiar. So familiar that he couldn't ignore it. Several people walked past him. Someone glanced at him briefly, but Ryan stood still and listened. For some reason, he felt that this sound was calling him, like a small reminder of home, quiet evenings, and open fields. Ryan slowly moved toward the place where he thought the sound was coming from. He walked carefully, afraid to lose it. He stopped near a large bush by the entrance of a store. He bent down a little. At that moment, the store door opened, and an employee stepped outside. "Can I help you?" the employee asked, looking at Ryan with slight confusion. "No, thank you," Ryan replied. "I just thought I heard something familiar." He leaned closer to the bush again. The sound repeated, soft, short, and now even closer. Ryan gently moved the leaves aside and saw a small insect. He took it into his hand and smiled. "So it's a cicada." Ryan froze for a moment. In a huge city where thousands of people walk by every hour, where noise never stops, he was the one who heard it. It felt almost unbelievable. He carefully placed the cicada back on the leaf and stepped away. But the thought didn't leave him. Why only him? So Ryan decided to make a small experiment. He reached into his pocket and took out a small coin. He looked at the street and tossed it. The coin hit the pavement with a clear sound, and immediately around 20 people stopped at the same moment. Some looked down, some searched with their eyes. None of them heard the quiet sound of nature, but every single one of them heard the sound of a coin hitting the ground. Ryan smiled softly. Now everything was clear. Psychologists call this selective attention. We notice only what we have trained ourselves to notice. A person who expects trouble will find it even where it doesn't exist, and someone who looks for kindness will notice it even in small things. Look at the sky, and you will see not just gray light, but the movement of clouds. Look at people, and you will notice warmth behind their tired faces. Look at the world, and you will hear more than you expect. What you look for becomes the world you live in. Yes, my dear friends, so choose to look for the things that make life brighter. May you always hear the things that bring peace to your heart, even a world full of noise. See you in the next chapter.